All right, welcome to What the Flick. Jake Huger, Ben Mankiewicz from Turner Classic Movies. I don't know if you're familiar with this gentleman. And then Christy Lemire. I believe she works for the Associated Press, which is kind of badass. All right.
By the way, when you go to TV school, this is how they tell you to greet the audience when you first appear on camera.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's where you picked it up
Yeah,
from?
totally.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was maybe a TV consultant or something. No, you actually went to school.
Yeah, well, journalism school. You know, mostly it's the who, what, where, when, how, D. But they
throw in the eye rub.
They do a little. They do a little sort of on-camera presentation stuff.
Okay. So today we'll be reviewing Grownups and Night and Day.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I didn't go to journalism
It was good.
school. So.
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay.
Just keep at it.
All right. So Grownups is first. Christy, what's Grownups about?
This is basically The Big Chill with fart jokes. It is Adam Sandler, Kevin James, Chris Rock, David Spade, Rob Schneider. His all old childhood friends get together when their childhood basketball coach dies, and they reminisce, and they hang out at a lake house and make fun of each other. And unfortunately, there were cameras rolling at the time.
They were the best of friends.
Everybody say championship.
Now they're getting back together for the first time in over 30 years.
Hey, what's up, Lenny? Buddy, I thought you were gonna start working out. What does that mean? You're fat? No!
Next summer, they're meeting each other's families.
Oh, and this must be your mother.
My wife.
I'm sorry.
I'm not. Oh, grody.
Learning about their kids.
Mommy, I want some milk.
Come here. I'll give you a little something. Your son is so cute. How old is he?
48 months. That's 4. Yeah.
And reliving their past.
Rope on a tree, baby. Class is in session.
Oh, baby!
This was a mistake. Let go. I can't let go. I'm too scared.
All right, so I'm going to jank up the score on this one a little bit. Okay, I understand that's a new term that was coined in my absence, but I accept that term, and I have no problems with it. But first, let's jank down the score.
Let's Christy it down.
Yeah, Christy it down. That's right. All right, how much did you hate it?
Well, you expect just idiocy and crap from any Happy Madison production. It's just who they are, what they do. It is their oeuvre, if you will. This is like shockingly.
Damn it! Hang on, I can't use the word oeuvre.
O-U-V-R-E.
Yeah, I just wish you'd stop stealing stuff.
Sorry, sharing a brain, stealing the brain stuff. This is like shockingly inept, even by those standards. I mean, you get the sensation that they didn't actually think anyone was going to be watching this movie, because you have these prolonged scenes in which they're all laughing at one another's jokes and tooling on each other, and then the director, Dennis Dugan, keeps cutting away between all of them, laughing at each other, and it's like, do they mean to engage us at all in anything? It's like they're all having a good time and we're not in on the joke.
See, that's really interesting, because I sensed that it was like almost like a reality TV show. Or that we had snuck in a camera to a friend's get-together, right? Mm-hmm. And it was all inside jokes. So I'm with you. Yeah. I'm with you. I've janked up the score nonetheless, okay? But on the other hand, I thought it was kind of sweet.
Really?
No,
the Bunyan jokes were sweet.
The Bunyan jokes were silly.
The 4-year-old boy still breastfeeding, and then Maria Bello shoots the milk out of her nipple. That's sweet.
What was the sweet part?
Yeah.
Like the loathsomeness of the kids?
No, that they were real friends. You got a sense that these are guys who've known each other all this time.
It seemed to me like they hadn't communicated in 10 years.
At least.
But nonetheless, they were still really good friends. No, but I'm serious about that. That happens. You lose touch, etc., and then you get back together. And I felt this, I felt like Adam Sandler wrote the movie, right? Or at least he co-wrote it.
If anyone did, is there a script here? I thought they're all just sort of improvising a lot of it.
No, I got the sense from Adam Sandler that this is his life, and that he'd get back together with his buddies that he went, did the basketball thing with, and it would be kind of sweet. I thought there was a lot of like, oh yeah, that made me feel kind of good. It wasn't really that funny, but it made me kind of feel good.
I was going to ask you, was it funny though? Did you laugh?
That's where the issues came in. So, Ben.
Well, I don't. There have been some Happy Madison movies that I thought were okay. I think that this one.
Name me one.
Well, I mean.
Exactly.
No, what's the remote control one? Flick?
Oh, that was
Switch?
horrible. Click.
Click. Click was all right.
When he goes to the Beyond part.
I like
Back
the
to
one.
Beyond.
I think that was called What to Click.
First of all, I don't know whether he did. I loved strong. Liked a lot. I liked Spanglish, but I don't know if that was accurate.
Oh God, no. That's people who have a clue making that. No.
Oh, okay. But I mean, I liked that movie. I liked, The Big Daddy was okay. I just mean this is in a different league of sucking.
Okay.
wow.
All right.
Wow.
I
So,
agree with you.
I mean, and I think maybe it was the trying to find a line between the sort of sweet family movie that I think that it was some attempt to appeal to the 10-year-olds here, and also the regular Adam Sandler crowd. I thought what worked least in the movie was what you were talking about, which made me cringe every single time, which was the where everybody laughs at what just happened, and it wasn't funny, and it seems like what happened was, all right, are we ready? Okay, rolling. All right, and laughter and action. And you're like, oh my God, they're laughing at stuff that's not funny, and all five, whatever, Kevin James and Chris Rock.
Right.
And all of them.
So, yeah. No, that's what I loved about the movie. Oh, why was that the thing I liked?
No, you said
No.
you talked about the laughter, and that suggested that they were all friends and all getting along, and I thought that was incredibly painful.
No, I hear you. But again, that goes to for me, the upside and the downside of the movie, which is I got a sense that they really did know each other, they really did like each other, that they had these growing moments in the movie, la la la, but that it was all inside jokes, so they thought it was really funny, but I didn't think it was really funny. And then, look, don't get me wrong, when the coach started with a buzzer thing, I was like, oh, no, please don't do that throughout the movie.
And of course they're going to.
Right.
It's this obnoxious sound.
Right, and they were also a little too mean to each other. That was also a little problematic. But here's how I view it, right? Now I'm going to tell you my score. I gave it a 6, right? And the reason
Really?
Can
we keep doing this
What's
show
an
with this
average?
person?
What's an average
Jesus.
movie?
No, but that's exactly what I was going to explain. And Wendy gets on me. Everybody gets on me for what is it, right? So I view 5 as the cutoff, right? And if you're under 5, you shouldn't watch the movie because you got valuable time in your life. Life is short. Don't do it, right? Okay. So I view this as don't watch it in the theater. That's crazy talk, right? But it's a Saturday. You got Netflix. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying, and you got a promotional code from TYT, netflix.com/TYT, and you think, all right, I'm going to get this, and you watch and you go, that was kind of pleasant. I didn't waste my time. 6.
Yeah, no.
You see what I'm saying?
No, I don't, because it's a waste of time. And they're also little subtle, and I think Christy's going to agree, mistakes like when Chris Rock and Adam Sandler make a $5 bet at the coach's funeral on whether Rob Schneider will drop to his knees, and it's Adam Sandler's idea to bet $5, and he drops to the knees, and so Adam Sandler wins the bet, and Chris Rock just reaches into his breast pocket and pulls out $5, like he's got a stack of $5 bills in his breast pocket. Yeah. It's just
so do I.
Yeah, it's just it's idiocy, and then. I don't know. That kind of thing happened throughout the movie, like Kevin James for a weekend having 13 pieces of swimwear.
Adam Sandler, we were talking about
Yeah,
the
right.
one vaguely authentic thing in the movie is that Adam Sandler has all these really cool throwback T-shirts, like this old BU Terriers shirt, an old UNH shirt, what else, like a Vermont hockey shirt.
Rhode Island, all these little New England schools.
Those were fine, those were cool, but the things you're talking about are the smallest of sins compared to just jarring tonal shifts between grossed out stupid humor and then trying to be poignant, like at the funeral, like the big, painful confession scene at the end. I looked it through my fingers splayed because I couldn't watch it straight on.
All right, let me ask you guys a final question. Okay, obviously you didn't like it, and for good reason, but I felt that I liked Adam Sandler more after watching the movie. Am I crazy, or did you get that? Okay, yes.
I liked him best in the movie. Well, of all the folks in the movie. Well, he had the most depth. He was the most sort of real character.
Of course, because he wrote it, and
I also thought it was set up so he could show that he was a pretty good basketball player.
Yeah,
it was all set up. So
which, since I've played with him on several occasions, we're a little better.
Let me just say something very quickly.
He's all right.
Before we give the score, because Chris Rock is, and I think white people want to say how funny Chris Rock is because it makes them feel more progressive.
And he happens to be
theory.
funny. There's also that.
Right, no, but he's the funniest person I've ever seen. That I'm aware of in my whole life. I don't want to get into the hyperbole. He's first. And there's just no vehicle yet for him which has even come close to being able to translate the brilliance of his humor on screen. There is such a giant gap between Chris Rock and movie Chris Rock. It's like
Yeah,
not
movie
In
even,
a
Chris Rock
feature.
is super boring.
in a what?
I was in a feature, in a documentary like Good Hair, he's
Oh,
Chris
yeah.
Rock being himself, and he's
Sure.
hilarious and funny and engaging.
They just got to find a character
Right.
where he can get closer to the guy that he's capable of being. These family movies, it's brutal.
Yeah, he's wasted in this. He has that one good scene though with Tim
Yeah,
Meadows.
at
It's
the
the
end
only
of the
funny
movie.
scene in the entire movie is with him and Tim Meadows. I
At the
would say.
beginning, I like Kevin James when he knocks the stand-up swing pool over because he's fat and the water comes rushing out. Like it's just flat out going to make me laugh every time. That's in the first couple moments. Then there's the Chris Rock, Tim Meadows really funny line, 97 minutes in, and then there's 96 minutes of unwatchable movie in between.
Jeez, Lord mercy. So, final scores.
1.5, and that's really charitable, I think.
Booyah.
Yeah.
1.5.
That's ridiculous. All right. They're a little too hard on the movie. I'm telling you, you're going to enjoy it on a Saturday afternoon or Saturday night. I gave it a 6, so our combined average winds up becoming a 3, which is
Is it really?
fairly disastrous.
Yeah, well, it's fairly disastrous.
That's fair. I think 3 is more than fair.
All
Yeah.
right. There we are. I've janked up the score a little bit, and it's still a 3.